Yo, for keys, this is day 151 of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We have the game, we have the black pieces, let's play pawn to d5. Okay, he plays knight to c3, let's play knight f6, probably it will be the Jobava. Yes, let's go. He plays the Jobava London. Okay, e3 is just bad because I can just play bishop oh, no, I can take and play bishop g4 first, yeah. Um, I'm not sure why it doesn't show that it's the Jobava London here. It says loading eco database. Yes, e3 is already bad. You have to play e4 if you wanna play the Jobava against c5. You play e4, and now simply bishop g4. And my position is just great. The knight on c3 doesn't make any sense. Knight b5 is not. Wait, is this a threat? Um, I didn't. F3 is not the move actually, so I'm not sure. No, I have knight a6. Excuse me. No, I have knight a6. So knight b5, knight a6, and there is nothing. Bishop d3 I can take and play for e6 here. Yes, queen takes e6, knight c6 as well. Yes, now knight c6, knight b5, and I go rook c8. So that makes some sense. Bishop d3, bishop d6. Now training off the bishops. Bishop g5. Okay, now I can castle just. Um, Castling Clonk is a big mistake. Yes, so he just castles. Short. Rook c8 now. I have a slightly devilish idea if the knight moves, which is to take on d4, queen takes and bishop c5, so you have to be careful about moving your knight. So king h1 is played, which is reasonable. h6 just moving out. So he'll play bishop h4, logical, and now a6 and b5. The ideas of the Caro-Kann defense. Okay, f4 is interesting. f5 probably the idea of the move. How to react to that? I have b5, f5. I mean, we can just ignore that, but I don't want to give him the square. I also kind of like knight e7. I like bishop e7, f5, and maybe I can even play for e5, but the pawn is weak. This is quite an important moment in the game. f5, e5 I like, but should I have the bishop on e7 or not? And e5, yes, I think that would work. f5, e5 takes, knight takes, and yes, I have an isolated pawn. Maybe I shouldn't play e5, we'll see. Yes, maybe I can even take, yeah? But then my bishop on e7 is misplaced. This was a poor decision. Here, rook takes, I have to defend my pawn, which cannot really be done. But this, I still don't want to see on the board. Wait, maybe I can go knight d7, takes, and takes with the queen, like here. And if takes, I take with the queen. Here, of course, I take. I'm happy with this. Um, I mean, the material is equal there. My pawn is weak, but so is this, and I will have b4, b5, b4 maybe. Bishop e7, just queen e7, knight e7. He takes and go queen g6, which I yes, maybe not queen g6 right away, but at some point, yeah. Takes. I can even play pawn takes, yeah, because now I get um rook to f6. So maybe this is a very hard decision to make. Um, Actually, my idea was to take with the queen here, but I will take with the pawn. I think you will see why. Yes, this is true, but I go rook f6 now. Rook e1 and queen f7, I believe, and I triple up. That was my idea when I took to just double up, even triple up, because of course rook e1 threatens knight takes here, so I simply go here queen f7, and now it's kind of hard to deal with this idea with this pin. You cannot go knight to e2. I simply take and it's mate. No, it's not. You have knight g1, but you lose the rook. If you go knight h5, I can just take you. So that's not possible. Or I can firstly take here and then take on h5. Maybe that's more precise. But yes, rook f8. I mean, the knight is actually attacked, so you have to do something. This knight to e2 seems like it's a good move. But I just go rook to f8 and g5 next. Although no, here I simply go g5. And I think you can resign because I will take. My king is safe on h8. So knight h3 is the only move? Question. I mean, you can defend it with the queen, yeah? But then the pawn is very weak. So queen e3 or knight h3 are the only two options. I mean, there is g3, but let's say he has three options: knight h3, g3, and queen e3. So after g3, g5. Yes, what the hell? g5? I don't think I'm missing something. This is just a pure tactical overlook by my opponent. Queen g3 doesn't defend the rook. I just go king h8. That was my idea. So queen g3 if doesn't work, then I mean, of course I'm pinned. So simply king h8 and there is nothing. I mean, you still cannot play knight h3 because I take the rook on f1 and I win the rook. I win the game. I mean, he might even resign here. It's nothing he can do. I mean, I will just take and be up a full piece. You cannot even recapture. So yes, taking with the pawn actually was good. Opening the f file was beneficial for me, not for white. Yeah, even in the Caro-Kann, you can win with some aggressive ideas like pawn to g5. Not only positional ideas with b5, knight b6, knight c4, or just the regular minority attack. That's also an idea, but not here. g5 just wins the piece. Probably you could also play rook f8, and then if queen g3 is still g5, takes, excuse me. Okay, I see what the idea is. I see. I mean, takes, and then if I take with the queen, then there is queen to g6, which is a draw probably. Um, yeah, we can be even more precise. We can play rook to f8. We can just capture like this. Um, so how to do it? How to do that is the question. I probably wanna take with the pawn, and then or with the rook actually. Because if I double take it, then queen g6, and I'm even losing there. So I will start by capturing with the rook, I believe. Although no, because then the rook f1. I will take with the pawn. Go maybe king h8. I'm up a piece, so there is no need to panic. Um, I also have a minute of time advantage, which is quite tremendous as well. Knight h3 doesn't do anything. So if okay, you're trying to get in, but there is no way to get in. So maybe slow move like king h8 seems fine. Um, everything is defended in my position. c3, okay, yes, but I'm up a piece. Queen g6 is probably a threat here. Trading of the queens. Okay, he plays c3, c4, very logical. Uh, g6, queen g6 I like. If queen here, I can probably even take. Everything is defended. I'm threatening mate. You can defend the mate with these two moves, but I just take on c4 next, yeah. Probably. I'm up a piece, I'm up a pawn, b5 on the way. Um okay, maybe d5 is a move, so we can play knight to d5 ourselves. So there is no d5. Here I probably can just take and go back to to f7 to g7. I slightly missed that, which is slightly bad. But I can just get the knight to e3, right? Um, so this is a fork, which I honestly missed. Can I defend the both threats? Not that I can see it. Hmm. Yes, so this is slightly unpleasant now. Actually, I think I see it. an idea that doesn't work, but okay. If he takes here, then this is suddenly dropping. But okay, I'm still up everything. Queen b7, I go rook f7. If he takes, I go rook to g7. This pawn is, of course, I mean, I'm up everything. Why am I crying? Defending the piece. Knight here, I can just take. My rook is defended. And now I go here with knight e3 idea. Rook takes, queen g2 is made. I also have this idea with pawn takes. Oh, this might very well just win. Here. Ah, it was better before. Not not rook g7, but knight g3 was just winning. Hmm. Bad, bad tactical awareness. Just knight g3 wins. Pawn takes and queen h5, queen h2 with rook f2 is just unstoppable. Aye, aye, aye. Okay, so yeah, but now it still wins. Pawn takes and knight g3. Does it work? I think it does. I can even go queen h5 and then win the rook, which would be slightly easier. Um, Queen h5 just wins the rook now. But probably I will just take like this, yeah? Rook moves, I go check. King moves, here it's mate. Can you defend the mate? I think taking on e2 is the simplest win, but I can take like this. I think the mate is unstoppable. Hmm. I will just take like this. This is a very cold-blooded move. But the game is over. Queen h2 is and queen h1 is an unstoppable mate. So rook e1, queen h2, queen followed by queen h1 is simply check mate. So this was a nice combination. My opponent didn't stop it. With the knight on f3, it would be slightly harder, but yet my opponent resigns. We win 8 rating points. Let's game review the game. So this is the game review of the game I just played. I played very okay with 95% accuracy. My opponent played okay with 82. Let's see the game. So he played d4. Okay, my com just lagged. Okay, d5, knight c3, knight f6, and he played the Jobava London. This is okay system to play. I liked it as well. But now c5, and you have to know the theory. The only good move in the position is e4. And after knight takes, pawn takes here, queen a5, c3 check, knight c6 and takes. The position is quite interesting. Bishop is coming to f5 and to g7. I will castle. Sure, the position is equal. He played e3, which is the bad move. I mean, I know it's a theoretical one, but after c takes, d takes, and bishop g4, I mean, your position is bad. f3, apparently I made a huge mistake by playing bishop to f5. But knight b5, I thought I have knight a6, and g4, I thought, okay, even bishop d7. And I'm worse here. I don't think I'm really that worse. I mean, look at this. Your knight, I mean, okay, I guess I am worse, but going to d7 wasn't really logical to me because still knight b5. Apparently, I simply take and let the bishop pair leave. Okay, logical, I guess. He played bishop d3 and now I'm just better, no questions asked. Bishop d6, he played bishop d5, rook c8, bishop h4, and now I played a6, f4, and bishop e7 is actually the best move. I'm very proud of that. So f5, I thought about playing e5 and it's the best move. But then I realized I can play knight d7 and I was very happy with that. After takes, f takes is the best move by far, so I'm happy with that choice as well. Rook f6, best move. Queen f7, best move. Knight back to e2, and I play g5, best move again. And the game is over. Queen g3, pinning my pawn, I cannot take. I simply play king h8. Where will you put your knight? Not here because you hung a rook and there is no square. So he played knight back. I took with the g pawn, which is the best move. Once again, knight f3, king h8, best move. I doubled up on the g file, threatening to exchange the queens. queen d2, I took. Played knight e5, played knight f5 then, queen takes, and rook to f7. And now here probably the best move by far is knight to g3, which is losing. Great. I thought. After queen h5 I'm winning. Queen e6, why I'm not winning? Oh, he has? No. He takes with the G. Oh my god, he takes with the G pawn. Is that why? What I didn't see. So that's great. That I didn't play for that. I played the move rook to G7, and now I can simply take. And now I play knight G3. Brilliant move. I win the game after queen H5. I can just take with f takes on G3. My opponent resigned. I of course could have taken the rook, but I mean it's still probably just game over. I'm up a rook. But yes, f takes on g3 is mate in 2. There is no way to stop it. If you play rook to e1 defending your rook, queen h2 and queen h1 is simply a beautiful checkmate on the edge of the board. So yes, this was this game. Knight g3, very beautiful move. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the game, please feel free to make comments in the comment section below. I will be reading and answering all of your comments. And as always, if you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.